Okay, so I pulled the lever, Gronk. So then... It might not be... Yeah, it's always, like, right close connected. So I go this way, open up. Wow. Also, while I was in Taekwondo earlier today, I think I came to realize what has been making my wrist feel so terrible for, like, the past several days here. As I probably mentioned during, like, some Night Rain stuff. I'm pretty sure I was practicing my sword. Because I was practicing a little bit of sword. Keep it over the old lords. And I was noticing how wrist movement with that and, like, holding this object and turning it in different ways would hurt my wrist a little bit. I wore my brace this time to, like, keep my wrist steady and kind of locked forward, which meant that I couldn't use my sword as well, but my wrist was feeling a lot better. And it's actually feeling a decent bit better now at idle, like, it's not flaring up in pain. But if I actually, like, exert it and do different stuff, then, yeah, it is still flaring up in pain. So, yeah. So, hopefully, if I just take it easy and use that brace for a little while. I shouldn't need to while I'm playing video games, because it's not like I'm going to be twisting my wrist around in weird ways while I'm playing video games. But just wear that brace while I'm out and about. Then, maybe it'll be good. When I go to sleep, I might put it on just so I don't accidentally bend it in weird ways while I sleep, and then hopefully it'll start feeling better. Though, I mean, I have had issues with this wrist since, like, I was 19. So, like, 7 years ago here is where these issues first started cropping up, so I've had problems on and off with it for a while, but it's definitely been in the most pain it's been in for a while recently here. No doubt. But yeah, so I noticed that while I was in Taekwondo earlier there. Essential Pthumerian root chalice, and yeah, the root ones are like the random ones, so I've unlocked a new random kind of dungeon I can generate, but just to save time, I have lots of these. But I want the next story one. Yeah, but I'm sure I'm probably pretty darn over-leveled for these early chalice dungeons at this point. Which, hey, works for me. That's fine by me. I always think back to that one boss fight with Elden Ring Night Rain. The one that you do in Ohio. I'm forgetting the name of it. The one super brutal thing with the black beast there that fires like black reddish projectiles at you. Where I didn't see a lot of the Night Rain, a lot of the Elden Ring elitism firsthand, but that one I did. I had someone that was kind of mad at me in comments being like, I don't understand how anyone has fun playing like this. Like, so strong, using magic, using summons, like, you didn't really play the game. So I always think of that when I'm playing these games over leveled. And it always occurs to me, like, I feel like with other video games, you never really see people like that. Just like, huh, you went into that boss pretty under-leveled. They got wrecked, didn't they? Whereas with the Soulsborne games, you see, like, the super elitism, like, oh, how dare you do that? And I always think back about that. Gosh dang, I've got Night Rain on the mind. And I always think back to that. My tiny little tidbit that I saw of that, which pales in comparison to, like, actual big content creators where, you know, people really wouldn't have liked them for that. But yeah, I've never seen a problem with over-leveling in these games. If I want to go into it a little bit shrunker and take some more time to level, then that's what I do. That's how I play the game. Like, whatever. I've got other things I want to play, and I don't want to be, you know, be going into these, like, super low level, fists only, unequip all your stuff. Like, if you want to do that, good for you. But this is the way I play. So I'll always think about that when it comes to these. I don't think that I'm a big enough content creator that I have anybody commenting on these Bloodborne parts like, man, you're way too over-leveled. This isn't cool. This is unfun. You're missing the main point of the game. It's like, whatever. Chalice dungeons, wait, is this the thing you need PlayStation Online for? Yeah, you need it for, like, sharing dungeons around. So there's story dungeons, which I'm doing right now, which aren't randomly generated. Like, these are set the way that they are. And you clear them in a specific order to get to, like, the final boss of the Chalice dungeons, essentially. You can generate random dungeons that have, like, different effects. I think there's things that you can do to, like, get them to generate in slightly different ways, have some influence, something like that. They're like mystery dungeons from Pokemon Mystery Dungeon. And if you get, like, an interesting one, you can share it online by a code. It generates a code, and then you can play, like, other players' generated dungeons. And that's how people have figured out, like, the best grinding methods in the game. Like, both for, like, the regular points in the top right there, blood echoes, and even for things like the, just, like, weapons and things that you slot into weapons that I'm forgetting the names of right now. Blood gems, I think they're called. So people that want to play like this game super optimally go to like the ones that have been recorded online as like, this is the dungeon that you go to for this is the dungeon that you go to for this. Kind of like how Bloodborne Mystery Chalice dungeon. Yeah, so like sharing around codes is kind of like sharing Wonder Mail. Like, oh, this mission was interesting, I'm gonna share it with other players, and then you share the code, and then they can do the same mission that you did, except for the dungeon itself, is what it is in this context. So, and I think that, like, the best grinding dungeon has a ridiculous name. It's called, like, Cumfg or something like that. So a lot of people just call it the Cum Dungeon. So, if you want the most efficient way to grind in this game, you need to have a PlayStation subscription, and you have to use it to go to the Cum Dungeon. This is how you grind most efficiently in this game. It's, no, C-U-M. It's literally spelled with C-U-M. That's how it's spelled there. Oh, this isn't where the lever was. Did I go in here yet? I don't even remember. I guess I didn't. Well. Oops, I take that wall. That'll show you. Ah, joke's on you. By smacking the wall, I was able to swing again earlier. Bloodstone shard. Not spelling it like that. Yeah, I forget what the actual code for it is. I don't know if the codes are randomly generated. Like, I assume that they probably are. And that it just ended up being, like, configure or something ridiculous like that. And it's just, like, the best possible grinding method. Because there's just, like, some guy off the map that just, like, dies off camera or something like that. And you just sit around and do nothing and get, like, 83k blood echoes. And it's ridiculous. But I don't think I'm gonna need it to beat the game or anything like that. Like, it would definitely make things faster for grinding, like, consumables and stuff that I want. Thought there was a guy on the ceiling. It would definitely save a little bit of time off camera. But it seems like it's only really necessary if you're doing, like, some stuff with online and trying to make, like, the best possible PvP build. Like, it's definitely not gonna be necessary. So I might just not deal with anything with PlayStation Online or online dungeons. Like, I mean, it can be a little bit tedious farming those pigs, but meh, I don't know. Probably not the end of the world. But yeah, I'll call it the Cum Dungeon. Wonder how many other players are still doing it, like grinding there and stuff. I think that Bloodborne is still pretty decently popular to this day. Might be a decent few people that are doing that. Where the hell is the lever? Hey, look, another chest. Oop. And because these ones are set in stone, these story ones, I could always just look up, like, a walkthrough on YouTube and follow the exact path that someone takes, but meh. It's not too convoluted. No chest here. So it shouldn't be too big a deal. Though I am getting myself turned around a little bit. So you're moving from your PlayStation, so unless you log back into my account, wouldn't be able to do it anyway, unless you also paid for it yourself. Yeah. And I have no idea what your password is, and it would feel kind of weird reaching out being like, hey, what's your username and password? So I can log in and have that on the side so I can access online stuff. So I was thinking if I ever did feel like the need to go do it, I'd probably just get like a 1-month subscription to PlayStation Online or whatever the heck for $14. Which, like, you have more than supplied anyway. That way. So, maybe I just do that. I don't want to, you know, be reaching out like, hey, can I have your username and password so I can grind in Bloodborne? So, I don't know. I'll probably... It's currently September 15th. HoloLand this year goes October 17th and 19th. So, if I do feel like I want to get it, then I'd probably get it on, like, the 19th or the 20th. So that, just in case of, like, worst case scenario at HoloLand, it turns out I'm too weak, I can't beat this one DLC boss, and I'm stuck to... Oh, that was the side path that I took. No wonder there's no leather. Leather? Lever, my god. I was getting side stuff there. This ritual blood. Anyway, I was thinking about potentially getting a 1-month subscription that overlaps its period into HoloLand, so that just in case of worst case scenario, it's too tough, I can't beat it, and I want to beat it within the time limit that I'll have of, you know, the LAN event before it ends. Then I can just go grind the freaking Cum Dungeon, and then easy peasy get whatever levels I need, and then I for sure get to clear it during HoloLand. And don't have to worry about, like, an actual tedious grind while I'm there, if things seem a little hard. Ritual blood. So I was thinking about maybe doing that. So if I do end up getting a 1-month subscription, it'll still be a little while. It'll be, like, 5 more days. And then I'll start thinking, do I want to get a 1-month subscription? Is it even really that necessary? Because, I mean, I could just save myself $14. For $14 times 2, I can almost buy a Nothing Burger Nintendo DLC after all. What? Oh. I look like I just pelvic thrusted that chest at first before I opened it. Sage's wrist. Does the Sage have wrist problems like me? Yeah. Wait, is it like going to the self-built fortress from RSC/ORAS in a way? I don't actually know what those are. I played a lot of ORAS. I've never played much RSC. But, I don't actually know what those are. Like, I don't think that you have it. I've been in here? Wait, is this connected to the optional area that I was in before? Where the hell am I? I don't know. Just restart me from here and I'll figure it out. I have no idea. I probably did, but is it just like secret bases or something like that? Is that what you're referring to? The equivalent of that? So it would presumably be straight here. Yeah, that. I don't believe that you can design your own dungeons. It's just like, you have a little bit of say over what some of the effects on it could be. Some of the things that you might see, but I don't know. But you can generate ones randomly and then share them around. Something like that. What the hell, man? But I don't believe that you can design your own here. And they're rude, aren't they? I don't know. What's this way? Away I go. Have I been in here? There's nothing to loot here. Which implies that maybe I've been here, but I really don't know. Man, wow. Did the two different doors from the not Sight of Grace, the lantern, connect after all? Those guys are strong there. They take off a lot of my health. They don't quite one-shot, but they do take off a lot of health. So if I'm not fully healed, they may as well one-shot me. At that current HP. Yeah, I got kind of murderized. Don't lunge at me. Don't lunge at me, man. Anything else down here? I am so confused. Is that an item? That's an item. So I haven't been in here yet. Pungent blood cocktail. Yoink. More ritual blood. So hopefully I'll be stocked up enough for the next, like, chalice that I want to delve into. What's this? Summon... Oh, good. It's legally distinct Professor Oak again. I don't think I need to do that. I don't want to spend my perception here or whatever the heck. I don't know if it's an infinite resource or if there's like a finite amount, or I presume that it wouldn't be completely finite, but I'm still hesitant because I don't know how you get more of it outside of the instances where it's just like a one-off thing, like entering a boss arena for the first time and defeating a boss for the first time. Well, yoink. How about no? Got you on my way into here. Where would this lever be? Past all the red guys? Man, I see red guys now, and I think they're gonna drop some sort of cursed weapon. So I've got my mind now. Oh, I think I stepped into this room once before, and I never looked down here, and I should have looked down here. Whoops. Don't mind me. Thank goodness the game lets you do that. Alright, see you later. Alright, sweet. And then I may as well use these to buy some more of these. Use these blood echoes to buy some more of these bold hunter marks. Because I might just end up losing these anyway. Yeah, good old Soulsborne rules where you're just invincible while you're opening things or pulling levers, which I am very, very grateful for. Well, I mean, he tried to shoot me. I guess he just missed. Here, give me some more of these. Oop. There we go. I can buy some pebbles now. I have no idea what the heck the pebbles do. Well, I've got a whole whack of bold hunter's marks. Guess there's no limit to the ones that you can have in your pocket. Presumably up to 99 or something. Which does make sense, unlike consumables like cocktails, because, like, what's the downside of having multiple in your pocket? There. Yeah, I guess so. That's all that was going on there. So now I go straight ahead here. Then I open the way to the boss. Like this. This is a nice break from Night Rain. This way we go. I did initially, because I like to have things go up, like, when I stream things on Twitch, I like to cut them up into parts and then have them go up, like, one a day over on YouTube. I initially had, like, one time slot for Bloodborne and Elden Ring Night Rain, so it would go in order of, like, the stuff that I did in Bloodborne, and the stuff that I did in Night Rain, and the stuff that I did in Bloodborne, like, in whatever order I played it in real life here. But then I started playing so much Night Rain that I realized that it would take freaking forever before more Bloodborne stuff came out, and I want there to be Bloodborne stuff during the month of October, which is all spooky and stuff. So I gave them each their own time slot because there's been so much Night Rain. Of course, the Soulsborne series playlist is still in the order that, you know, I played these things. But I realized that there was so much friggin' Night Rain going on that it would seem like Bloodborne just wasn't happening anymore. Pthumerian Descendant. Can I lock onto you, please? The lock-on of this game is so weird. Well, bonk. I have so many of these, like, whatever, man. Boop. I'm glad that still clipped you. I didn't think it would. I had Night Rain on the mind and thought that I should jump attack there for a moment, but I refrained. Well. Oh, I'm out of stamina here. You gonna shoot me or something? Oh, I thought you had, like, a friggin' wrist gun like Ezio or something there for a second. Thank goodness I can just poise through that. Oh. He's got two now. Oh, dang you. Okay. I thought that would hit me and then I would just poise through it, but it didn't even hit me. Pretty nice. Dang it, I messed it up that time. That worked before. Oh, I super messed it up that time. Whoa! Whoa, I'm hitting roll and it's not doing anything. I was kind of mashing it there. Maybe it just puts me in, like, really long hit stun or something. But yeah. Maybe suggest a different multiplayer game next time. No, that's just the one that they're grinding. So I'm just joining in because they're playing it anyway. And I do like opportunities to, like, play games with family. Apparently my little cousin was going to be getting his learner's license this past weekend, but then the Deep of Night update came out. And then he started grinding that with my cousin there. So his uncle, my cousin. And they've been going pretty hard on Night Rain stuff. Sounds like those two have been very, very much going hard on that game recently here. So I've been joining in for a little bit of the shenanigans along the way. Oh, that got me there. Boop. Boop. Yeah, it definitely do be. Yeah, I definitely kind of like both. And they're both games that, like, I don't really touch on my own time. I just play when I have, like, friends or family to play with. Get me out of there. That time I was able to roll out. Maybe I was just bad and losing my mind last time. Let's get my... Shit. I was otherwise distracted. Let that one miss me, and then swing into that one. Yeah. Oh, I tried to surge sprint again. Dang it. Dang it. Yeah, that was my opportunity to get some hits. Bonk. Can only really get one bonk because you kind of dip away. Whoops. You just gonna keep that up, dude? Okay. Oop. And then the forward thing? No forward thing? Just get you as you're coming in here. Oop. There we go, sure. But yeah. There we go. Do thing robs lower Pthumerian chalice. Ah, okay, so that's gonna be the next story one then, I guess. But yeah. Yeah, I can definitely hop into Helldivers at some point here. Also, thinking about playing different games. This stream isn't gonna be an all night kind of thing. Which is why I figured it was gonna be a good one for Bloodborne, where it's like, yeah, I'll just chip away at for a bit. Because tomorrow, I'm gonna be going over to one of my Taekwondo classmates' places to learn how to make pies. Yeah, that was attempt 2, but it should have been attempt 1 if I wasn't bad. Alright, let's do the next chalice dungeon. How about chalice ritual? So yeah, the non-root ones. The lower Pthumerian chalice. Yes, this. Do I have enough ritual blood? Gosh, dang it, man. I can't buy that, can I? Maybe I can buy 2 now, but I can't buy 3 or something. Let's see here. No, I can still only buy 1. Wow, that's pretty lame. Huh. Let's see. So I just need one more of the 3 ones, right? Yeah. So I have 8 and I need 9. That's what that's telling me. You'd think the number on the outside would be how many I have, and then in brackets would be how much I need, but... So just get one more ritual blood. Alright, well. Here. Maybe I'll clear one more chalice dungeon tonight, and then if I need more ritual blood, I can do that off camera on my own time. Or something. Maybe I'll do one more chalice dungeon, then I'll do a little bit of world boss cleanup. For the rest of this stream, or something. I don't know. I don't know what I'll do here. So these bad guys can have ritual blood sometimes, right? I'm pretty sure I've seen them drop stuff before. Boop. Boop. Give me ritual blood. With the bloodstone shard. Man, you are so dang noisy. Wasn't there like a second guy that spawned here, though? I was just thinking about respawning and going at it until he gave me a thing. I don't know if it'd be better to venture in and just find it somewhere. But yeah. Just finished baking a filled potato cake recently with ham and cheese. That sounds interesting. Basically a pie as well, but the cream of potato mix is the pie base. Huh. Yeah, I'm gonna be learning how to make like the pie crust. And then gonna be filling it with a whole bunch of berries that I picked. Like Saskatoons. And maybe some cherries and stuff. Hey. Hey. Yeah, so you're just summoning dudes here. Maybe that big guy at the bottom that I didn't kill before would have, like, ritual blood or something. Silver bullets. Yeah, should be pretty good there. Was that an item in the corner that I missed? You think that's ritual blood? Maybe. Do you have things? Oh, there's a ritual blood. That's quicksilver bullets. Okay. Let's do this. And I guess I can put on the Bull Hunter's mark as well for when I don't care about my blood echoes. May as well. There we go. Because there are going to be times that like I have like next to nothing and don't care anyway. So may as well have it at the handy. Yeah, I wish I didn't need the ritual blood here for the next thing. Oh well. So yeah, now this lower Pthumerian chalice. Now I have enough stuff. Oop. There we go, the ritual's finished and a chalice rests upon the altar. You may now explore the dungeon. Alright, we can go into the third one. May as well spend some stuff. I don't know. Give me more of these. I thought that was the blood vial for a second there. I was like, whoa, the price went up. Thank goodness that is not the case. Alright, so the third one here. Chamber of the Seal. Let's do it. Keep on venturing forth. So yeah, I should be going through a decent few bosses this stream.